So taking prasadam is a transcendental adventure. So Lord Chaitanya and his devotees, they operated from a platform of deep absorption. And thus they were a powerful preaching movement. The other day I saw somewhere an article which said that in one of the big magazines, I forgot which one, Newsweek, Time, or any other one like that, and it said, again, Islam and Christianity opposing each other. Again facing each other. And they said that, it always winds up with Islam and Christianity because they said the Hindus, they're not really interested in preaching. They have no direct injunction to preach, but in the New Testament there's an urge to preach. They said this preaching is alien to the Indian subcontinent. So they are happy if their spiritual activity just stays there on the Indian subcontinent. Little do they know. Little do they know. They have no idea what we are about. I saw a cartoon of a Sankirtan van, and in the front, it is a real Sankirtan van, and in the front there are some Hare Krishna devotees, and on the side of the van is written Buddhist Retreat Center. They can't figure us out. They can't get it cleared. Buddhist Retreat Center on the Sankirtan van. But they know that we're driving around in Sankirtan vans. That they know. But what it's all about, they can't figure it out. They can't. Buddhist Retreat Center. Little do they know. They just can't grasp this ecstasy. They think this happiness is some sort of trance which is induced by a repetitious process. So sometimes they foolishly imitate Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, as if we are trying to sweep ourselves up in some sort of trance dance, like you may see in tribal Africa. People have drunk the whatever it is, the beverage, and then jumping around the fire and working themselves into a frenzy, and then they go for the neighboring tribe, and they think it's something like that. They think we've worked ourselves up in some sort of frenzy and are going for the neighboring tribe. Here, take this book. But that is not at all the case. They don't understand the depth of Krishna consciousness. And that actually, Srila Prabhupada, when he came to America, he brought several things with him. He was prepared. He brought Srimad Bhagavatam, the first three parts of first canto. And he brought these little handbills of himself as a Swami, which he was handing out as sort of a visiting card or so. And on that handbill, it showed himself with a very serious expression. And later, Yadurani, who was a painter, was an artist, and naturally looking at such kind of things, said, oh, you must have been very sad at that time. And Prabhupada says, this was a moment of the greatest ecstasy. So, I also, when I actually, on the Dutch Gita that I first got, there was a similar picture. So serious, I looked at that picture. God, it's too much. Too much. I didn't understand at that time. But Prabhupada pointed out that there is gravity in the nectar of devotion. There is a description about different types of hearts, and it says that one type of heart is like a cotton swab. You know, a little gust of wind, and immediately that heart is moving. Oh, 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 the heart is very, very open and very immediately. The slightest little emotion is there. He said, but then there's another type of heart, the golden heart, which is very grave and very deep. And emotions are not just expressed, but they are there, very deep. So how can they understand the gravity of this movement? Yeah, they thought crazy hippies in bed sheets, you know, flower power. That was the 60s. Yes. One devotee from the British Yatra named Aneka Dundee used to be close to him now. He's somewhere far away in Hong Kong. But he used to his name was his family name was Lily, and then he had a friend whose name was Rose, and they were hippie, you know. Hippies, and one day they were sleeping in a car somewhere, and the cops pulled them up and asked their ideas, and then, yeah, real flower power, right? Lily and Rose. So it was the flower power time. So they thought this movement was another feature of that hippie era, a new religion, Lily and Rose, yes, Lily and Rose, sort of walking around the world, totally spaced out and not their feet on the ground and dealing with nothing practical. Little did they know, little did they understand about the depths. And about the depth of love of God, that it's not some sort of external thing where we try to sweep ourselves up. Some devotees I have seen, we have seen devotees who, although they were practicing, also did not understand. One was in the corner chanting his rounds, trying to hear the echo while stamping with his feet on the ground. Like a bull. and then out on Sankirtan, and then in the evening I would see them in the bunk beds with the arms hanging over the edge, totally finished. God, it was a hell of a day. Yes, they also didn't understand. Because one has to first drink, one has to taste. It's not a process where we're trying to sweep ourselves up into a state of determination, but it is a process where we are experiencing actually the amazing qualities of Krishna. This chanting of Hare Krishna is very nice because Krishna is very nice. You see, if Krishna wasn't so nice, then maybe the chanting also wasn't so nice. But if you really think of it, Krishna is quite amazing. Krishna, he looks nice. Krishna, he acts nice also. Ultimately, the most amazing thing, at least from my point of view, about Krishna is, as Prabhupada pointed it out, impersonal, it starts with, absolute is sentient, thou hast proved. Impersonal calamity, thou hast moved, or removed. So the impersonal calamity means basically we declare that all variety, all taste, all beauty, every feeling, every experience is all false.